Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I have another success story from the email coaching team. So this client had, she said that she got constant communication from her SP just a few days after she did email coaching with us. So guys, before we dive into this, we are going to talk about how to manifest constant communication, self-concept, and everyone as you pushed out in this video, so you guys can create amazing results in your life as well. Just before I dive into it all, we're having a contest. Once we get to 100,000 subscribers, we are giving away 3 free coaching sessions. All you need to do to enter is to share our videos, to subscribe, and then comment. What have you manifested using the law of attraction? Let's inspire and give other people hope, because when we post something that we've manifested, no matter how big or how small, it'll give someone else hope and inspiration. And that's what we're looking to do here, is to help one another. That's why me and all the coaches put all these wonderful videos out for you guys, because we want you guys to be successful. So if you would like any coaching, the email coaching team is available. They've got a lot of success stories coming from there. They are an excellent team of coaches. As well, if you would like to ask me, Amanda, a question, then you can definitely check out the link in our Patreon. And guys, guess what? Exciting announcement, because everybody on YouTube seems to be doing this. We have a merch store. Yes, we do. So we have mugs. You are the creator of your reality. It's a great little reminder. We have notebooks. We've got coasters. We've got a bunch of different stuff on our merch store. The link is in the description below. I know for one, with this mug, and when I use it, it just like, yeah, I am the creator of my reality. And, you know, I use it for my tea in the morning, and, you know, it just helps me to get back on track. So guys, check out the merch store. You might find something cute there. I like we've made, like we made, you know, notebooks, and you've got, you know, sayings on them that are law of attraction. So yeah, you can use it for your manifestation and your notes and that sort of thing. So your intentions, your scripting. I don't know. I like to have a nice pen and a paper and script stuff out. So let's dive into the success story, because it's so exciting. So I'm not sure where to submit this. You submitted it to the right place, because I've got it now. So she goes on to say, but a few days after this email coaching, I got constant communication from my specific person. He started FaceTiming me every night like we used to, but I still wanted more romance from him. So I bought Ani's new manifestation course on February 11th. And on February 14th, I got flowers and a heart-shaped pizza brought right to my door with a lovely card that said, Happy Valentine's Day. And he wrote how beautiful, smart, and caring of a woman I am, which is a part of my self-concept intentions in that order. I know, it's amazing. It was cool to experience and finally get the breakthrough that I needed. I am so grateful to this channel and Ani and the email coaching team for Ani's course. It helped whenever I would start to feel negative and the doubts would creep in. And of course, the email coaching team as well. Okay, I cannot wait to submit my next success of achieving full commitment from my specific person. To everyone that has felt that it's too good to be true, keep persisting. You know, and I love this, that, you know what, she's sharing a success of something that happened, and, you know, and not, you know, being disappointed that the commitment isn't there yet, because everything in our lives, right, is just a sum total of our thoughts and our intentions, right? And it's a journey. It's a journey. And to enjoy the journey as you go, you will get to your destination when you enjoy your journey, right? You know, all of you guys out there manifesting somebody, a relationship, right? Every relationship has stages. You meet, you date, you move in, you get engaged, you get married, you have your 10-year wedding anniversary, 20-year. Enjoy the steps, the journey. That'll help you to not resist your current reality, right? So let's talk a little bit about how to manifest constant communication. So how you want to manifest constant communication is you want to start focusing on that, okay? And how do you focus on constant communication? Because everyone is you pushed out, okay? So let's start there. You're just a broadcasting tower, okay? Nothing comes in this way. Nobody can intend anything in your reality, okay? So actually, there's a little side note. Somebody had a question of, you know, sometimes, you know, somebody will say something and then it'll end up manifesting in my reality. That's because you agreed to it when it was said. So here's an example of that. So I remember one day I was going to this restaurant, this cafe with my mom, and it was my mom's like, oh, it's always busy. There's always so many truckers there. And I was like, yeah, I agreed with her. And then sure enough, we went to the restaurant and it was just jammed. And I remember I'd said to her, but last time I went like a week earlier, there was like no truckers there. But she was like, no, there's always truckers there. And I was like, yeah, I remember that from way back when. So we go to the restaurant and then sure enough, there's a bunch of like trucks there and truckers, like it's just packed. And so we go and we get a seat. And then, I said to the lady, wow, there's a lot of truckers here. And the waitress was like, yeah, it's weird. They haven't been here forever. And they just all showed up today. Okay, so why did my mom's thought manifest in my reality? Because I agreed to it when she said it. I was like, yeah, you're right. Okay, so that's as good as you actually making that statement. Okay, so you would need to renounce it. And, you could either verbally say, no, you know what, I think it'll be different. They probably found somewhere else to eat, or at least in your head, actually renounce it and remind yourself that nobody's thoughts can create in your reality except your own unless you agree with their thoughts. Okay, so let's go back to everyone as you pushed out. How everyone as you pushed out works is you are a broadcasting tower. Okay, this is how you create. Okay, everyone as you pushed out is basically the explanation of the mechanics of law of attraction. Okay, so you have the thoughts. Okay, and your thoughts, look at them as little light beams. They do travel at the speed of light. Okay, so when I have a thought going, I intend for Jerry to call me. Okay, and that vibrates in my mind and it vibrates at that frequency and it shoots out to Jerry and it vibrates in Jerry's mind going, I should call Amanda, and he thinks it's his idea. This is constantly going on. Okay, so let's talk about how your self-concept falls into that. Okay, so self-concept saying, you know what, everybody loves me, everybody wants to, be around me, is you are creating self-concept of what others think of you. Okay, and how others respond to you. Okay, so if you create things like, my specific person, they always want to be around me, they always call me, they always do romantic things for me, those thoughts automatically go to them and then they start thinking that and then they start acting like that. Okay, so everyone's going to act the way that we assume them to show up. So it's so incredibly important, okay, is to forget the past, the bad stuff, okay? And if something does show up that you don't want, it's to renounce it, okay? So let's say Jerry says, oh, I'm not going to see you on Friday. And be like, okay, Jerry, no problem. But then at the same time going, no, I intend he changes his mind and he comes to see me. And I intend his plans get changed, okay? So that thought there, okay, is going to go into the universe, okay? It's going to go to Jerry and whatever Jerry was going to do. And maybe Jerry's plans will cancel or Jerry will cancel his plans. However that plays out behind the scenes isn't really something that you need to worry about, but Jerry's going to end up showing up. Okay, so when you look at self-concept, okay, take it a step further other than just, I love myself, I'm a great person, right? Start creating your self-concept in relation to what you want to create, okay? So what does the other person think about you? What do people in general think about you? Okay, so obviously, she wrote that she's a beautiful, smart, caring woman, okay? That she is, okay? So, you want to start creating that. That's what the other person thinks about you. Okay, so that's what you want to do with your self-concept, is create it in relation to what you're creating or in relation to other things in your reality. Like a good one for self-concept about money is money's attracted to me. Money loves me. Money just keeps flowing in like crazy, right? So you want to create, those sorts of intentions around it, right? Now, one thing that, it was really, really, really exciting is that she mentioned was that you got to keep persisting. Okay. And you do need to keep persisting. Okay. To the point where you start to see it in your reality. Okay. So you want to, especially when there's things with resistance. So yes, you know what, you can create like an intention, like, oh, someone's going to buy me coffee, and think of it once and it'll happen. Okay. Because there's no resistance to that. There's no second guessing. There's no overthinking it. Okay. There's no questioning. It was just a simple thought that you had and then you let it go. Now it appears that that's what we need to do to create other things in our lives when there's resistance. But when there's resistance, sometimes you need to keep persisting. Okay. Because there's old thoughts. And especially if we react, question, or doubt, then we need to go back to persisting, because you want to make sure that the last thought that you have on the subject is the one that you want. And then you want to have more positive, more good thoughts, more thoughts in line with your end goal than not. Okay. So that's why when there's resistance or blocks, which are just basically contrary thoughts to what you want, right? So let's say you want Jerry to call you, but then, you're fretting like, why hasn't he called, checking for evidence and worrying that it hasn't come. If that's what you're doing, that's resistance. Those are blocks, and we need to persist to get past those. So you need to have a conversation with yourself and say, no, Jerry does want to talk to me. Jerry's going to drop everything right now and make me a priority. Okay. So you're focusing on what you want, which will automatically detach you from your current reality, as well as help you to let it go. Because every time you focus on what you want, you're letting go of what you don't want. Okay. So for instance, right, if it's that Jerry isn't going to call me, okay, that's not what you don't want that. How do you let go and detach from it? You say, Jerry's going to call me. He always calls me. He always makes me a priority. Those statements now, let that old thought go, because we want to get rid of the old story, right? And it's allowing you to focus on the new story, which is going to manifest in your relationship, okay? So remember, guys, everyone is you pushed out. Your thoughts are always going out. Work on your self-concept and what the other person thinks about you, okay? Because that is so incredibly important. And if you want to see evidence in your reality, start creating what you're going to see, hear, and feel. What are they going to say to you? What are they going to do? What actions are they going to do? Okay, so once you start creating that they're doing actions, you're going to see your intentions working, and you won't need to look for evidence, because you're intending that you're going to see, hear, and feel these things that you're looking for. So that's why it's so incredibly important to, manifest those text messages, manifest those heart-shaped pizzas, right? So guys, I know that you guys can all do this. Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.